Every now and then I do this thing where I try to get rid of at least a third of my belongings, you know, just to get rid of all the unnecessary stuff in my life. I call it the clutter purge, and even though I've tried to do this at least 2 or 3 times a year, I've never actually completed it. For as many times as I've tried to do this, I've never been able to make that huge of a dent in my belongings. See, my problem is that when I get more clutter and more things, those things don't have a spot for them to go. So I logically go to a dresser or a bookshelf or something to clear an area for those new things. And then I go through those shelves and drawers deciding the fate of every little thing. Should I keep this? Should I throw it away? Should I donate it? Should I sell it? I throw some of the stuff away, sure, but a lot of the things just stay because I just can't bear to bag it up and throw it away. It's still good. Someone could use it. So again, I could sell it to someone, I could give it to someone could get use from it. And this mentality goes through my head for every little knickknack I find. But because I spend hours going through every little thing in one section, before I know it, all this time has passed and I've barely made a dent. Sure, the section I was working on looks neat and tidy and clean and organized, but the room as a whole looks about the same. And watching as much American Pickers and Pawn Stars as I have over the years, sometimes I will buy things just to resell them later. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, and I have a lot of those things. But this isn't some pipe dream of mine. I buy and sell things all the time, and I make a pretty hefty profit. Like this one time at a garage sale, I bought a little container of collectible spoons, but that's a story for a different video. So I make excuses to myself on why to keep these things. I'll use it later. I'll sell it and make money. Nostalgia is a big enemy of mine. And a lot of my things are still nice and in working condition, and even though I don't want them anymore, I can't bear to throw them away. And you may ask, what about Goodwill or somewhere like that where I can donate the items? But I would want to go through and catalog everything for tax purposes, and then I'm already bogged down because of the time constraint that I'm spending in one little area because it's taking so long because I'm going through every little one thing, and you can see where the stress starts to come out. But then I thought, garage sale. I'll have a garage sale. Never had one before, thought I'd try it out. Easy enough, right? Slap a price tag on it, stick it outside, maybe make a bit of cash without having to pay for shipping. I could put out all the things that I had been meaning to sell, things that I couldn't bear to throw away. And while this was going through my head, it hit me. Why I couldn't throw things away. It wasn't enough that I didn't want them anymore. I needed to make sure that other people didn't want them anymore before I threw them away. And in some obscure way, while I was looking for other things that I wanted to sell at the garage sale, I thought, this is kind of how relationships are. Getting rid of things in your life, the clutter, is kind of like moving on from a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a friend that you know that you probably shouldn't have. We've all been there, knowing that this person in your life probably shouldn't be there, but for some reason, you keep fighting to have them around. You make excuses like they're not that bad of a person, or that things will work out, or that this is the year that the doctor will show up in his big blue box and take you on a trip into the stars. Just me? But then sometimes it just happens. Something happens that lets you move on. They could do something that makes you want to distance yourself from them. They could find someone new. You could find someone new. You both could find someone new and then start talking again 6 months later and then become completely platonic best friends. That's what happened with Angela and I. So yeah, garage sales, relationships, moving on. The analogy kind of got away from me there at the end. Oh, but here's a newborn kitten to distract you. Aww. Say hi. Yeah, look at those eyes. Have you ever had a garage sale before? Because this is my first one ever, and I would love any tips that you want to throw my direction. Also, since over 100 people are owed a little tiny TARDIS that goes up on our weather balloon TARDIS for Kickstarter, and we need to keep the package under a certain amount of weight, I just wanted to see if you guys were okay with them being little cards instead of actual little model TARDISes, because that package would have been really heavy. I'll make sure the cards end up looking really cool, and I might even have a video of you guys voting on which card you want. And if you maybe want to design a card, just shoot me an email at WhatTravisSays@gmail.com and we can talk about it. And since cards are light, I figure we could send up a bunch more than actual people who are going to get a card, so maybe I can just give some away sometime. I don't know, a lot of stuff is going around in my head right now. Just let me know what you guys think. Bye.